This time last fall, I was busy making hot sauce and decided to make a pepper relish with the remaining peppers from my micro farm. So we're gonna make pepper relish with peppers directly from our garden. A clove of garlic chopped. All of our peppers are chopped. And that's the last of the peppers from the garden. I went back out today, so they're going to be added to the relish. Over here, you can see the relish sat overnight with salt. Didn't have to do overnight, but it was getting pretty late. And all of that liquid is what came out, and we want the liquid to come out. So after this, we rinse off all the salt. Starting off with 2 cups of white vinegar. Spot on. Adding 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. Not quite 1, that's a half. Alright, we're gonna start off with 1 tablespoon of salt, 2 of sugar, 1 of our green powder, just because. I'm sure it'll add a little earthy flavor in general, plus nutrients. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of our fennel powder. Oh, it smells amazing. And fennel powder, hopefully, will help with digestion. So you won't get heartburn. I ended up transferring this to a pot. It's going to heat up to a boil, let it simmer. Meanwhile, I'm going to rinse our peppers. The salt that was used to get some of that moisture out. I understand why you sweat vegetables sometimes, like zucchini and stuff, to get the moisture out when you're making a byproduct. I'm not sure why we sweated these peppers and garlic. The recipe said so, but we sweated them with 1 tablespoon of salt, but then added 1 tablespoon of salt to the mixture. I'm wondering if you could have just skipped that and not rinsed them off. Also, the way that we sweat it through this cylinder, I know that when it comes to garlic, that's all the garlic flavor and all the pepper flavor, so I'm not really sure what that's about. Anyway, maybe they wanted, I can understand, like, if you were making a relish that was just like this, no liquid, and you just wanted it to be a spread and you put it in a jar just like this, which I might do next time because just being salted tastes pretty good. Anyway, once that liquid is done, we're going to pour it in, stir it up, and it goes in the fridge for 3 days. Alright, came to a boil, reduced to simmer, and then and that is that. Make sure it just gets down in there. Oh, that smells amazing. I had 1 tiny radish in the garden and I sliced it up and threw it in there. I don't think anybody will even notice, except maybe it'll add a little crunch. It'll take on the flavor of everything else. But in the future, I wouldn't mind doing another version of this with more radish in it for the to keep the crunchiness. That is why I did not cook cook this on the stove in this. I just made the liquid and poured it over. I want this to stay crunchy a little bit. Oh, everything's harder with one hand. That's that. Fridge for 3 days. After day 1, I checked on the relish, and it tastes pretty amazing. What I'm gonna do is add 1 tablespoon of sugar. There's no sweet to it whatsoever, and I'm just gonna add 1 tablespoon per day and see how it slowly adjusts. And I just gotta stir it. Go ahead and add a 2nd tablespoon of white sugar and call it a day. I'll have to do it once a day. Color looks really amazing. I thought that it would get super dark like when you overcook peppers. I thought that the vinegar would kind of cause it to overcook, but it has not. You can see those little highlights of red in there. I had 1 red pepper. 1 very tiny red pepper. But it's looking really good and it's not breaking down. And the peppers are still somewhat crisp. Back in the fridge.
That's all I have for you folks this time, but be sure to subscribe so you can get updates on my next adventure in cinematic hot sauce. Until then, folks, as always, keep growing.